All right, y'all, let's go. Let's take the tour of the inside of 521 High Street. I'm pumped for this home because it's got so much value for the next homeowners. This home has been beautifully maintained and all your big structural expensive items have already been taken care of. So let's take a tour of the inside and find out just what you are gonna do with this fantastic space. We're starting here in the living room. We've just come in the front door. We've got newer floors. And we've got a window on each side of the room. If you don't know about feng shui says we should have light coming in from at least 2 different sides. So there's our living room that we walk into. And as we walk through this framed opening, we come into a formal dining room space. It's large, it could probably this dining room space is large. It could seat 8 people at least, maybe 10 around a long rectangular table. And here we've got some built-ins, so if you want to use the built-ins for displaying your china, you can do that. And another window, and then it passes through into our kitchen. That's right, you can serve people from the kitchen directly into the dining room. If you want to remodel this, just imagine right there, you put a new countertop that overhangs a little bit and you've got your breakfast bar. As we're going to progress from the dining room into the kitchen and the family room, you're going to notice one thing about this kitchen: dark oak, dark oak. Dark oak. You may not love dark oak. The previous owner loved it and had a lot of time and energy put into making this kitchen huge and just how he wanted it. Look at that bank of windows that looks out into the backyard, and there in the distance, that's the Red Cedar River because we are a riverfront property. Tons of countertop space, a small custom island, and tons of storage and cabinets. 1, 2 operable windows, 3 operable windows, lots of natural light. You can get fresh air into this kitchen. So keep it as is, give it a facelift, maybe paint the cabinets and do countertops, or if you're excited, do a full remodel. As we move out of the kitchen into the family room, you'll notice our fireplace, our real stone surround, and then we walk out onto the back deck. We're gonna go there later. And you've got a little eat-in bar as well. So this rounds out your living spaces on the main floor. And then we've got our Jack and Jill bathroom that comes off our kitchen. Tub shower combo, built-in linen closet storage, single vanity, toilet, and the Jack and Jill to our main floor bedroom. So we've got a little closet here and this little breezeway. And then we've got our main floor bedroom. Yep, feng shui again. Windows on 2 sides of a room. Oh, hey. And another closet and some built-ins and some built-in cubbies up above. It's not a huge room and it's attached. It's our only ensuite. So use this room for your guest room, your primary suite, whatever you want to do. That's our bedroom on the first level. All right, so we're back in the dining room. And the dining room leads upstairs to our 3 bedrooms and half baths. While I'm heading up there, let me tell you about Williamston, the community, and Williamston schools. Williamstons are a top-ranked school district, usually number 4 or 5, when ranked across the mid-Michigan area, with really good academics and also really good extracurriculars. The girls' soccer team won a state title a couple years ago. All right, here we are at the top of the stairs. Upstairs, we got the 3 bedrooms. Again, feng shui windows, light from 2 sides. No closet in this bedroom, still qualifies as a bedroom, maybe use it as a home office. Bedroom number 2 with our beautiful green walls. Who doesn't want those? Much larger than bedroom number 1 upstairs. Again, windows on both sides. And a good 6-foot closet with built-ins. Back out and around the staircase, built-ins. We got lots of storage upstairs. You see what I mean? Bedroom number 3 upstairs, windows on 2 sides again. All 3 have ceiling fans with light kits. And to round out the upstairs, we've got a pull-down ladder and a half bath. Hey again. Half bath's got a little vanity, a toilet, and natural ventilation, which if you don't love natural ventilation in a half bath, you are not my people. Just kidding, you may be my people. All right, Nicole, edit time. All right, so we finished out the main level. The main level has 3 steps that walk down to our side door that leads to the front yard off the garage. So we come down 3 steps from the living room, and then we turn and we go to the basement. Currently, there's no door to the basement. You could easily add one here at the bottom of the stairs. But one of the things about the basement that's tremendous that you're not gonna find in a lot of homes of this age is a tall block foundation. Why is that important to you? Tall block foundation and the age of this house don't match up. This house originally had a Michigan basement. If you're not familiar with the Michigan basement, that's literally rocks and mortar. Well, the owner decades and decades ago had a proper block foundation built, and the house moved and put on this foundation. So you've got tall ceilings, and oh, value, value, value. I promised y'all value. That's a brand new furnace. That's a brand new water heater tucked in under the stairs. Not the original windows. All right, so progressing through our basement, we've got tons of storage. There's your old laundry chute drop. If you don't have a laundry chute, you're missing out. And we've got our water softener, a utility sink, and we're set up for a gas dryer, more efficient, faster drying, something you'll appreciate here in Michigan, and a washer space, and plenty of room here in the laundry room. And as you progress out of our laundry room, you come to the rest of the unfinished basement. We do have operable windows here in the basement, which allows you to get fresh air in, which again, in Michigan is critical. And there's plenty of space to finish out more living space in the basement if you need that. A few built-in shelves are going to remain with the property, and that, folks, rounds out the basement level. All right, y'all, I'm here at 521 High Street in Williamston. I'm pumped about this listing because this house has so much value. I'm going to take you, give you a tour of the inside, but first I'm also going to give you a tour of the outside because the property may be what's drawing you here. Let me flip the camera around and let's get at it. All right, this house has the coolest curb appeal. What you need to know about this house is that it didn't always sit here. It used to sit in a different location on the property, and then the owner had it moved and put on a modern block basement. One of the cool things though is it sits pretty far back from the road, but it also sits far enough from the river that you're not in the floodplain, so no flood insurance. Value, value, value is what you're gonna find in this house. Newer roof, brand new furnace, brand new water heater. Decks have been meticulously maintained, stained wooden on the front, and then we've got composite decks on the back. The grading is taken care of. Everything is ready to go for the next owners. And this beautiful tree, I'm so sad, as the taking of this video, it's not in bloom. It's got a little bit more time. All right, let's start walking around the outside. By the way, Williamston, if you're not familiar with it, it's about a 20 to 25 minute drive to the capital in Lansing or to Michigan State University. Easy access through Grand River Avenue or I-96. All right, as we walk up, you're gonna notice, wait, there's not a concrete driveway or an asphalt driveway? That's right, there's asphalt underneath this crushed rock. So that's why you don't see any weeds or grass growing up. It's actually a very nice driveway, and if you wanted to pour concrete or asphalt, it's ready to go. As we walk up the front deck, you're gonna notice it's about 6 feet wide, and it's been really meticulously maintained over the years. The wood's not falling apart. There's a view out to the neighbor's house. And there's our front covered porch. And as we walk up to the front door and we start going in, you're gonna notice throughout this house, new exterior doors, newer exterior windows, everything has been done. So maybe you got family with some mobility issues. As you turn the corner here on the front porch, you'll notice we've got a gentle ramp that will allow somebody to come down here who's got some mobility issues. And they can either go in the front door or they can go right in here into the side door. All right, here we are. We're at the back of the garage, and that is our backyard. It's really, really deep. Goes all the way down to the water. We'll walk there in a second. But first, I want to show you your outdoor living space because I think this is the best part of the house, potentially. That's the back door coming out of the garage there. And this is our all composite deck. So we got vinyl, which means just give it a good washing once a year, and you never have to stain it or maintain it. Oh, by the way, there's a pullover awning, so if it gets too sunny like today, you can get some shade. Now, the deck's on the north side of the house, so you're not gonna get a lot of direct light, but you can see we got lucky with the walkthrough video. It is blue skies and sun, and I'm going to take you back to the Red Cedar River. The house sits something like 150, 200 feet off the river, which makes sure that you are out of the floodplain. No flood insurance needed. If the house floods, we're all going to be moving on to an ark. I'm going to spin you around, show you the house and the neighbor dog as we back up towards the river. Beautiful, large, mature trees and lots of grass that lead you all the way down to the banks of the Red Cedar River. If you don't know the Red Cedar River, it starts well east of Williamston and traverses through Meridian Township and then East Lansing, right through Michigan State's campus, and dumps into the Grand River in Lansing. And so here's your river frontage. With a little bit of work, you could clear out some of the brush here and be able to launch your canoes, kayaks, fish from your backyard. That is the Red Cedar River right in downtown Williamston, folks. And that's just how far it is to the house, because you've got this huge backyard. So don't miss out on spending time out here playing ball, playing with the dog, fishing on the river, or just relaxing. There's a cute little downtown, and in that downtown, there's a crossroads, M43 Grand River Avenue, crossed by Putnam Street. And right there, you've got the old theater, restaurants, shops, all the things you want in a small town. So if you're thinking about a move to Williamston, this house may hit all the sweet spots for you, especially because it is riverfront on the Red Cedar River.